Hey there, it's Joel with Path to Zion podcast, and most people would agree that judgment is coming. It's coming to humanity, it's coming to earth, but the question that needs to be asked is to whom? Who is going to receive this judgment that is coming to the earth? Now, many people are quick to say it's going to be coming to those people and to those people over there, the bad guys. They deserve it, but somehow there is this mindset that has fallen upon the body of Messiah, believers in general, that somehow all of us will be completely exempt from an age of judgment. Now, biblically speaking alone is what we want to talk about in this upcoming series. What if, just what if, we are not raptured out of here? Is the body at all prepared to endure anything? Is the question we're going to talk about to begin. So in our latest 4-part series that, of course, is titled Judgment is Coming, we're only going to use the Bible to present some thought-provoking questions for all of us to consider right here where we sit in 2023. It's getting ready to come to a close here before long. And so what we're going to look at in some parts here. First of all, endure or escape. We have got to establish at the very beginning a foundational belief system that is rooted in the scriptures and not just Christian tradition, modern tradition, new tradition, that says don't worry about all that judgment stuff. You won't be here, so it doesn't matter. All you've got to do is make sure you've asked Jesus into your heart. You are eternally secure. You're gone. So all those bad things that you read about, it's not for you, right? You're not appointed to wrath. We will talk about that and many other things in the first part. But what is the biblical pattern of righteous men and evil men, okay? Biblically, time and time again, who is removed and who remains to inherit the land? What is the biblical pattern? We will look much into the days of Noah, since Messiah told us that the day of his return will be likened unto them. Okay, so Yeshua told us that so as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the return, the coming of the Son of Man, right? So we will talk about that in 2 different parts of the first major point of this series, Judgment is Coming. Secondly, what we're going to look at is if we determine that the Father's set-apart people are in any way possibly still here, still around, when judgment is being poured out upon the earth, we're going to use the account of Noah and the flood event to see the biblical principle that I titled the second part of the series, Waiting Out the Floodwaters. A little bit of a teaser. We have to remember, we have to sit down and stare at the flood event and not just assume we know the story. Do you realize that for over 1 year, as the judgment is upon the earth and Noah and his family are literally riding out the waves of judgment that are cleansing the entire earth of evil, wickedness, lawlessness, Yahweh is silent. And so here's the question. Are we ready to wait out the floodwaters of judgment? Okay? Lastly, the series is going to ask, well, what do we do now? Again, we're looking at the account of the flood and the life of Noah as a wonderful example. In many other places, many other texts we will examine as well. So what do we do now? I will propose in the series, we prepare. We prepare. But how? We're not talking about buckets of food, and we're not talking about boxes of ammo. We are talking about preparing our hearts to endure well. I will propose, how do we do that? Well, we go back again to this man Noah. Noah was chosen to endure the judgment that was coming to the earth. Why? He was a marked, set-apart, righteous man. Real specifically, he was not mixed with what was taking place in the earth. He was a set-apart, righteous one. So why I am going to propose in this series, in the last part, that what do we do to prepare? We will go back to what Noah showed us as a good pattern, I believe, is for us. We are set apart. We are righteous. Why? Because the eyes of Yahweh are roaming to and fro throughout the entire earth. And what's he doing? He's looking for men's hearts turned towards him. And these will be the ones that will be marked and set for preservation, salvation, and deliverance in an age of judgment. So now is the time, right now is the time to solidify that we are righteous people set apart unto Yahweh's purposes, walking out his ways the best that we can. And thereby we will be seen by Yahweh, and we will be given instructions how to prepare to endure through a coming judgment. So, consider watching the series, won't you? Let us prepare now to what? To endure, and may we endure well, because judgment is coming.